It's not a problem, man.
Okay.
You're in my seat, though.
Okay, here's the lag,
Come
folks.
on. Well,
Yeah.
hey,
Mike and
we're
Oscar
gonna
versus Doug and Angela.
Here we go.
All right.
'Cause this is a special section over here. This is a special section over here.
Hey, thanks a lot, Patrick, for stepping in with us. And, yo, man, I know you were struggling there in that first match. Or that was from the one-loss side, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we're out.
Are you done?
Yeah, we're done for the day.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, it was a struggle, dude.
That was quick, huh?
Yeah, I played that 6 with low inside and stunned out, and I thought I gave him a good enough angle, but I should have gone around and checked on that one ball because it was a little bit off the rails, so he was a little bit straighter into the pocket than I thought he would be.
Oh, when you scratched?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is when I played
when you got off
6
angle,
ball.
you ended up off angle.
Yeah, he had an easy shot, but to shape the 8 ball to the same pocket, which was ideal from that position.
Yeah.
He wasn't confident enough in his stroke to play the shot that I recommended, and that's fine. You know, he gave me a look. He gave me a good look at it, a decent enough look to make it, and I had no excuse. You know?
Yeah, they definitely punished you. They're a good team, though, too.
Oh yeah, they were solid, man. They put them together.
Yeah.
And that's at the end of the day. That's what's like. It's either you're putting balls together or you're playing defensively and you're controlling the overall layout of the table.
Yeah. So what was it, like 25 teams today, right?
Yeah, something like.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So now that you're out, who do you think is the favorite?
I would have to say Derek and Fred. Derek Holtum and Fred.
Get rid of your friend.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, it says 86 that guy. Why not got 86 that guy? I was just asking to stay
Well,
away.
yeah.
No, he's just been drinking, having a good time. You know, he doesn't mean
Up,
any
down?
harm.
Down if it's on the air.
So we got Angela Murphy down on the 10 ball right now.
It's not going to 70. Oh, yeah. No, it's at 75.
Nice follow through. She overcuts it. One thing I noticed with some of these lower skill level players is they tend to follow through with their wrist outside of their elbow. By that I mean you see a lot of higher level players, they play with their wrist directly below their elbow. You see like Oscar, he's stepping up right now.
Take it a notch higher? Okay.
That's good.
And, very nice stroke, overcuts it, but he still gets a little love.
Yeah, a little from the 11 ball, huh?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Okay, is this Mike and Oscar now, or is
This is Mike and Oscar that are up to bat. Mike is the one that's shooting right now, and they are playing solids. Doesn't look like the 7 goes by the 11. Maybe he could skirt the rail and carry him off of it.
Yeah, it
But
kind of looks
a
like
little
the 4
tight.
doesn't have a pocket either. So
No. Well, it's a side pocket. He'd have a side pocket.
Does the 1 go in the side? What is he doing? The 4
he's
to
playing
the
the
side.
4 to the side. I'm gonna bump that 12 and hopefully get a good look at the 6. Oh, he played that a little strong. And now we got Doug Schaefer stepping up the bat.
What's that?
We got Doug Schaefer stepping up the bat.
Doug Schaefer.
Yeah. So in your opinion, Daniel, what's the most important thing to keep in mind when you're playing Scotch doubles with a, a lower skill level player?
Lower skill level player. Scotch doubles can be very difficult, regardless of what the skill is. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. Just getting position for your other player. You think of shots differently.
I think
and so on.
To think ahead in the rack is important too, because you might see a situation where, you know what, this rack might not even be. We might not need to run this out right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think good communication is important.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about the tap league is you guys get to, when you're playing doubles, Scotch doubles, you have a rule where you can talk with your teammate the whole time.
Yes, exactly.
And that's kind of neat because in my opinion, it determines the true skill level of the team.
Yes. I mean, you'll see.
It's logic. It's logical.
I mean, I guess that's the trippy thing, is if you have 2 5-level players, you would think they're both on the same page for the most part as far as their skill sets and the way they look at the table.
Yeah.
But some fives, they play really defensive and they're really tentative, whereas other fives are super aggressive shot makers.
Sure,
And
sure.
so,
Someone in the chat room actually asking what Scotch doubles. That means basically that when you're with your teammate, you alternate shots between the inning. So like you don't shoot all the solids. You shoot one solid and then your opponent shoots another.
Or your
so you're
teammate,
basically-
right?
Your teammate.
Yeah.
Sorry, not your opponent.
yeah.
And so basically what you're doing is you're setting up the next shot for your teammate. So you're
Exactly.
working as a team to clear your nominated balls to the 8 ball.
Exactly. Now, in this tournament format, if me and Daniel are on a team, for instance, and Daniel breaks the first rack, and no matter who makes the 8 ball, I would have to break the next rack open. So even if I made the 8 ball, I would still
You
be the
mean
one
like
breaking.
your
Alternative
rotation
break.
stays the same even when you get to the next game.
Exactly.
Ah, I see.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's quite a lot of confusion about that in these tournaments. And
Oh,
really
that they can redetermine at any time, like who breaks.
No, it's supposed to be whoever broke. If, like, let's say we did a lag and our team won the lag, and you broke first, I would break the
You would
second
break
rack
next.
every time, no matter
that's
who
it.
made
Okay.
the 8 ball.
That's how it alternates.
Yeah.
All right, that makes
Yeah.
sense too. So you've been playing much, Patrick?
You know, I don't play as often as I should, but I try to get on the table at least once or twice a week.
Yeah, I remember running into you that one day when you're
Oh, nice
playing
try.
at HISO.
That was a good speed. Yeah, that was a interesting night. I ended up playing a good buddy of mine who just came back from station out in Okinawa, Japan.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, he ran into a teacher out there, and that guy, his game is shot way up.
Oh wow, that's always cool.
Yeah. You know what I noticed about these diamond tables here, and a lot of the earlier makes, is that they bank short. The ones that you play on a nationals with the red finish, it's like a redwood finish.
The red
kinda.
label?
Yeah, red label. Those ones bank true. These ones bank like a ball and a half short
Is
almost.
this a blue label?
Yes, sir. Oh no.
All right.
Yeah, he was playing a little low into that ball. I think their nerves are getting to him probably. In these short races too, it's hard to really get, you got to step up to the table and already be in stroke, and 1 or 2 games isn't long enough to really feel out your opponent and get the speed of the table. You either got it or you don't.
7 minutes of raffle availability left. 7 minutes to get your raffle tickets, and then it's cut off. We all stop and we do rapid fire raffle.
A little help again from the stripes. One thing I really appreciate about that 8-ball game, there's Ramin. One thing I really appreciate about 8-ball is how much of a chess match it can be.
Oh yeah, just you make one mistake or you get into one predicament and the whole game can change.
Exactly. I've seen a lot of people in teams today, for that matter. They get a great run, or they push all their balls, pocket everything, and then they get on the 8-ball or a ball away from the 8-ball, and they got no shot. Painted themselves into a corner. It was a great stroke by Angie. Leaves Doug lined up on the side pocket. Notice every one of the stripes goes.
Yeah. If you can follow forward, play the 12 next.
There you go. Yes, sir. She might have to extend a little bit on this. She should put a little punch on it, like a draw stroke a little bit, or a stop stroke even. Well, that works. Let's see, does he have a look on the 11?
I don't
He might
know.
be jammed up. Oh, no.
That 11 looks hooked.
Yeah, the 10
but
ball
it
looks
looks
hooked
like
too.
an easy escape off the rail.
Yeah. Well, if he hits it too hard, they don't have a shot on the 14.
Well, maybe it goes direct.
There it
I
is.
don't know.
Perfect.
right off the rail.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now what? Does the
Oh, wait.
14 go? The 14 does go.
Yes, sir. Now her angle, and because of the length of the table, she might not have a comfortable reach to the shot as a result. That's another thing. If your partner's not 7 feet tall, you got to account for things like that too. Oh yeah.
For those of you wondering, I'm sitting here with Patrick Gibson. He's
Goes off the 4.
He's
Goes off the 4. Whoa, now.
level 7. Aren't you a
Nice
7?
try. I shoot 7 level pool in 9 ball and 6 level pool in 8. So I'm a 7, I would say.
Yeah, you're one of the stronger players in this SoCal tap league area.
Yeah, I took MVP for a 9 ball this session.
MVP.
Yeah. Well, at least that 14's a duck, and that 4 doesn't look too easy. Even if you cut it all the way down, I mean, how many options you got? You got to get past the 8 ball. Oh, would you play this 4 ball to the side, or would you cut it all the way down?
To the side. But you know, to miss is to lose here.
Yeah, agreed.
I would play a safety. I'd drift the cue ball off the 4. No, maybe not.
I think Oscar
maybe you
plays
gotta
as
go
a,
for this.
I think Oscar plays as a 4, so
I don't like playing for the corner.
He's just confident enough in his shot to try that shot.
I don't like going for the corner.
All right. Now here's the thing. This is where that whole Scotch doubles dynamic comes into play. Doug can make this 14 ball easy and probably position that 10 ball easy enough. But for Angie to make the 10 ball and pull it back for a comfortable shot on the 8.
It's work. He's taking the
hard shot.
He's taking the harder shot first. Now he's doing the work now, and you know what? He's not going to get there.
That was dangerous. Yeah, he should have hit that much harder. So that's ironic. You try to do the work to help your teammate.
Angela's like, "Thanks, Doug."
Yeah. She's going to try and masse it a little bit, or just go rail first.
She can't see it.
She can't see it at all. She'd have to jack up on it, play about a tip to the left, follow through. It's kind of like a. If you know, do you have any analogies in mind for how you would describe a masse stroke?
A masse stroke?
Like the sort of stroke required in order to make the cue ball curve and slide across the table and take a track, after bending.
Jack up your cue, I guess, or,
Just follow straight through, just punch it. Whenever I'm coaching people, I tell them.
When you're masseing a ball is generally a shorter stroke.
Yeah.
Jack up.
Well, we got Mike up to bat here. She made a clean hit. She went into the rail first. It should be easy pickings from here, right?
Well, yeah, Mike and Oscar have pretty much their choice.
Yeah.
I think Mike is the stronger of these two players.
Yes, Mike plays as a 7 and 8 ball, and Oscar plays as a 3.
So let me get this right. The skill levels here are capped at 10.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Before we start the raffle, we'll get prizes.
Oh, that was a great shot. So, Daniel, are you familiar how they do skill ratings for Tap League?
Am I familiar? Yeah, I am familiar, but I don't know exactly how they do them. I mean, I know that you're rated anywhere from 3 to a 7.
Yeah, 2 to a 7.
2 to a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, like in singles, if a 2 plays a 7, then it's a
5-2 race.
Then it's a 5-2 race. Yeah.
6-2 actually for a 7.
Yeah, 6-2. Okay. And then if a 6 plays a 2, then it's a 5-2 race.
Yes, sir.
And then if a 5 plays a 3, it's a 5-3 race.
Mm-hmm.
Anything over 5, the player is always going to 5.
Right. Well, 5s, I believe, play to 4.
Ouch.
Yeah. 5s will always play to 4.
5. Okay.
5s will play to 4. 6s will always play to 5. 7s
right,
will always
over
play
a 5
to 6.
plays to 6.
Exactly.
Okay. Plays to 5.
Now in 9 ball, you race to whatever your skill rating is. So if you're a 7, you got to win 7.
Right,
games.
right. So if you're playing a 7-2, then we know that it's a 7-2 race.
Yes, sir. Oh no.
Now, how they calculate and determine people's ratings, I would imagine is just a typical algorithm that they're using to determine the skill levels based on records number of wins and losses versus, right?
Yeah, that and the shots that you make.
Forfeits and the shots you make.
Yes, sir. So whereas in APA they do everything by innings, and TAP they count every single ball that you make
during the season, though.
Exactly. Yeah. Now in tournaments like this, your rating's
now
locked in.
Yeah, your rating's already determined, so you don't need to count the balls.
Yeah.
That was a nice hold on the ball, on the
Very
cue
nice.
ball.
I almost would have liked to come off the rail and then back out. I think he would have been closer to the 8.
I think he that way he might have had better position, but
either way, it's still a decent shot.
I guess at this point you're just happy that your cue ball is nice in the center of the table.
Exactly. Now he can't afford to follow that cue ball because it might carry him off the 14.
It's not like a really, really difficult shot either. So
he just wants to hit. Oh,
you know what? He's gonna be safe.
Yeah, that's Angie's shot. Now, what would you do here if you were playing the shot? Well, how would you play the shot?
How would I play it?
Or how would you recommend a lower rated player to play
I would slowly kick the cue ball into the 14 on the short side.
I see. So bouncing into the rail furthest from the one ball into the 14, like Doug is indicating.
No, I'd go the other way. I would play a safety. Try to come behind the 14.
Right.
Play a very slow short side kick.
Yes, because if she makes the ball here, Doug won't have many options.
Yeah. So she made that ball.
He wouldn't have had options.
This is ball in hand.
Yeah.
But if she had made that ball, you'd have been like, oh, now what do I do?
Yeah, now what? You play the bank?
So play the chess game.
Exactly. Yeah, as far as the team slated to win, I think probably one of the stronger teams is definitely Mike and Oscar. You got got Derek and
I'm kind of thinking maybe Marianne and John.
Yes, the ones that just got us.
Sandy.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. All those teams have a great opportunity. Especially Tommy and Sandy. I mean, that guy's cue ball position is just golden.
Yeah, Tommy's got a real good stick.
You know what I noticed too is a few of these players have been playing in the league for a long time. Like they might be rated a 3 on paper, but I mean after a couple hundred matches, you got to wonder how much experience and how much know-how a person really has.
Yeah.
Even if they miss the ball, they still have an idea of the speed of the table or when to play safe, and that's important.
Oh, it's all there's so many things about 8-ball that it's one of the best games ever.
Agreed.
It really is. Because it forces you to work on so many things about the game.
Yeah, that was a good break. Great break.
If you can play good 8-ball,
everything goes.
Get out your tickets.
If you can play good 8-ball, you can easily pick up 9-ball
and one pocket
rotation,
cool.
And one pocket shots too become understandable.
Oh yes.
All right.
The one pocket will only expand on all of that. Okay, we're doing a raffle right now.
We have 3 chalk holders.
Don't nobody want a chalk holder.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope. I want that cue.
We have 4 red circles.
They're gonna drag the raffle out to like 11.
Oh my God.
We have an air hockey.
Do you have to be present to win?
Yeah, you need because you have to be present to win.
You have to be pleasant to win.
Well, I don't know. It's a few raffle winners in the past that weren't very pleasant. But they spent $40, $50 on raffle tickets, so what can I say?
3 gloves to give out. These are Pro Series billiard gloves.
Oh yeah.
We are preparing.
You got
Mike
stepping up to the table.
Last chance, people. You got 3 minutes. Get up and do more last tickets if you want them right now.
If you were Mike, what set would you take here? Solids?
What suit?
Yeah.
Solids. Yeah. I'd have taken solids because the 5-4 they cover the 11. The 2 covers the 13.
Yeah.
And it's the stripes that are covered.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? If he can get on the right side of the 13 and the 11, he can still make the 11 in the side and the 13 in the corner. But anyway, that's past. That's been and gone now.
Eric and Tim Dick coming up to the counter.
Oh, no. That one, you noticed a little short stroke there. You didn't pull all the way back. You didn't follow all the way through. I guess, simple mistakes by a lower-rated player. It happens. So we've got Doug is up to bat here. They're playing stripes.
Here it is.
This one he's probably going to want to stop it in place.
We got some Poolaholic t-shirts too.
Very good. And we got the 9 to the side or the 10 to the side here. I like the 10 ball better because you'll have the 9 to the side and then you'll have a good look on the 15. Angie a little tentative coming up to the table. Notice her base isn't very stable. It's just my fingertips.
Table 5 is practice.
That's got to get your nerves up too when your teammate misses repeatedly. It's hard for you to build up steam if you can't run more than 1 or 2 balls at a time.
Well, you know, you guys are used to being in these Scotch doubles events.
Yeah.
And
it's part of the game.
it's part of the game. You know, after a while you learn that it's part of the game. That, you know, your partner's always gonna is really just.
Yeah. Well, I hung up
to
an 8
enjoy
ball.
the-
I hung up an 8 ball. So you're right. You know, everybody makes the mistake. You know?
I mean, you just as inversely, you know, you might be the one to miss too. And,
Yep.
And so, you know, we're all gonna be carrying the responsibility of the match sometimes.
Last call for raffles.
So, you know, you just got to roll with those punches and learn as much as you can.
Yeah, roll
and try
with
to
it.
have fun.
It's a great way to put it.
We know we have $520 for the pot for entry fee.
But that's not to say I haven't seen people get really, really frustrated.
Yeah. Oh
The
yeah.
raffle funds are added to the entry funds to produce the cash payout. And you're going to be seeing a little over $1,000 for swag going out the door right now. So again, another $2,000 plus tournament. We just had a $3,000 plus tournament last week. I'll talk about that.
Do I have a pen? No, I don't.
Huh.
Sorry.
He played a defensive shot here. He didn't like cutting that 2 ball. So I think when an opponent makes a punt like that, that's like their way of saying, there's no way these guys get out from here.
Yeah, no respect, right?
Exactly. It's like a boxer dropping his hands when he's in punching range. Well, looking at that position.
This ain't no picnic right here.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, if they can somehow make these 2 balls and end up nice and straight on the 13.
I'll go ahead. I'm just looking at it.
You know, they might even run out. But let's see how Angela does on this shot. The 15 ball now. Is she back cutting this? Is she? Yeah, I think she is back cutting it. Look at this, look at this, look at this.
Buttery. Oh, nice try. Great try, Angie. I'll tell you what, though. Left him on the rail. It didn't leave him nothing easy. They had so many ducks in front of that pocket, in front of that 8 ball. One mistake here, and they might open up the door. Poly altos.
Now, remember Oscar missed a shot off the rail before? See how he does now. I think the way to shoot this is with little follow.
All right, so we
he hit the
changed
2
our format
first.
this session. We went away from the old Masters format.
And tied up the
We
8.
started our
Even
title
worse.
format,
Oh, my gosh.
and we started out with
So here comes
20
Doug.
We ended up with 15 at the start of the day. So we paid out 15 spots. Title holders, every match of title holders counts.
Dynamite kicks. You are right. There is a 30-second shot clock. And,
That's right, there is.
yeah. You'll notice some of these players, you know, they're sort of scared horses when they shoot, so they take a bit of time.
And then they made $40 a piece because it went 2 matches, $20 each. And then tied for 11th.
So what do we do with this 8 ball here, even if we make the 10?
Sue's team of Rack and Roll.
Oh, almost. If he would have just barely clipped it.
Just trying to make things happen.
Yeah. Hey, you can't blame the guy. That was a great stroke.
Rollers, they got 5 match wins, so they got
I'll be right back.
$5. Strike 2.
Can you get
They
there?
had 6 match wins, they had 120.
Oh, you're good.
And then
All right, Angie Murphy is on the 8-ball.
First round.
She's going to try and bank it back.
Elimination on Sunday.
She's got to be careful. She can't afford to hit too low on that ball and make it slide into that corner pocket to the right.
160. And then tied for third.
You know what? That could have gone with a little bit more pace on it. Probably would have hung up in the pocket. But still a decent leave.
Pit gun on $750.
Since all the traffic is down on the other side of the table, they can't afford to make a mistake and leave an open look on that 8.
You got to remember, our competition takes $2,800 out for the same board, but it takes 40 teams to do it. We did it with 25. So as we get larger, this title holder fund just
Oh, what a great save.
larger as well.
I call that a Mr. Freeze. It's one of my safety techniques. You freeze that cue ball onto another object,
He is getting larger.
make a shot so obscure the opponent has no choice but to miss it. Now remember I said earlier these tables kick and bank a little bit short here. So he's going to have to compensate with a little bit of spin, but if he overcompensates he might hit the wrong side of the 8 and scratch. Oh, look at this. Clean hit. Clean hit. And a rail. Well done. Well done. Let me ask you guys in the chat room. Let's say you are one of these stronger rated players. Let's say you're the stronger player of 2 in a Scotch doubles team. Would you prefer to break and leave your teammate the first shot? Or would you prefer that your teammate breaks and potentially makes a ball and leaves you the first shot? That was a great shot. I think it's a easy street from here. I suppose the most difficult part of this out would certainly be getting back on the 8-ball, since it's right in the middle of the table and it's close to the rail. You'll have to find the right side of it, and you only have 2 diamonds away from either pocket. So you can't afford to let your cue ball get away completely, but you're definitely going to have to put some pace on it to get it back, especially if you're drawing the cue ball. Something tells me, let's see here, if Mike is shooting now, that's 1 ball. Oscar shoots the 2nd. Mike shoots the 3rd. Oscar would be shooting the 4th ball to get them on the 8. So Mike wisely plays a defensive shot here. Oh, Angie can actually see this 8-ball from here. This is not impossible. She's got to stroke it with some confidence, though. Oh, look at this 8-ball. It's going to hang out right in front of a pocket. Nope. All right, now these guys have no more options. They can't really afford to play safe here. They need to work to get out. Look at these guys hugging up in front of the door, in front of the shot. Oh, wow. Now the smart play, in my opinion, would be to make the 4 with the 8-ball. Leave the 8-ball directly in front of the pocket and send that cue ball sliding down the table, and leaving it at the bottom, ideally on the rail, where it says, please, no drinks on the pool table or vicinity. It's the most you can ask for here. It's got to get that cue ball out of dodge. Oh, a little bit too strong. It's coming back to the center of the table. But Mike is good and straight on this 1. In order to get the action to come off the rail and shape that 5-ball. What does he do here? I would play it with, I'm confident enough in my stroke where I would stroke center right. And I would come off that rail with a good deal of pace.
What's going on in here, Patrick? Anything good?
Well, let's see right now. Oh, was that a defensive shot?
That looks like a curveball coming up.
That was a defensive shot played by Mike. Believe it or not, in a tap league, you can play defensive shots where you pot the ball. Unlike APA, if you accidentally pot one of your balls, then you have to keep shooting. So this creates an interesting, how do you say?
I don't know if that'll go that way.
I don't know if I'd go that way either. I would try and I would kick one rail. I would kick one rail here, but it's dangerous because the 8 ball is not directly in front of the pocket. So if you hit the wrong side of the 8, it's game over.
This is true, Patrick. It's a very dangerous shot when you do high rail.
Yeah, right now we have Steve Ditmar in the place of Daniel Bush, or Bush. I'm not sure how his name is
See what happens
pronounced.
to this. I don't think it's going to work out. But
Let's see here.
okay.
Gonna need some mean killer stroke here. Oh, a great try, great try.
That was a very good try.
That was a great try.
Our theories were correct. It
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah, well, I mean, if a stronger player might be able to massay that ball, but it was also on the rail, so it doesn't give you much
I would either try
room.
to massay it or do the long shot.
Yeah, I would go for the kick. I would play at 3 rails.
We had 520 for entries.
Yes.
426 for raffle. That leaves
Tanny Coed,
946
what's up?
cash
You have a
box.
question for me?
It pays out 8 spots. First place is 25%. Second place is 15%. Third through 8th place is 10%. All right, here we go. I'll get Will here to draw the first ticket out, and this is for a chalk holder, Pro Series chalk holder. Now, when you come up and get this chalk holder,
Oh, wow.
what you'll do is you'll come up and you'll draw-
Mike. You play 7-level pool, and you missed
All
that
right,
ball.
Here we go.
I feel your pain because I missed an easy 8 ball earlier. It happens.
893, 690-893
Yeah.
for chalk holder.
So now it is 1-1, folks. This is still anybody's game.
690-893 for the chalk holder, going twice. Jeff,
So Tanny Coed, Tanycoed. You say, hey Patrick, my name is Patrick. So I'm guessing you have a question for me?
All right. Will, pull another ticket. That was a bump ticket. All right, this chalk holder wants to find a home. Here we go.
Oh, that cue ball jumped out. If that 8 ball would have gone in the pocket, that would have been game over.
1023 for the chalk holder. Tim gets
Yes, it is nerves. It is definitely nerves. I could tell you for a fact, Mike, the young man with the glasses that plays with the red hat, he plays 7-level pool. I've seen him break and run plenty of racks open. And, it happens. Sometimes you get down on the ball, and it's difficult to settle in and calibrate, get your eyes and your hand coordination going.
691-136.
Even with the 30-second shot clock, I feel like
691-136.
sometimes you do need that extra time.
Ron Byerly. Congrats, buddy.
You'll notice in a high-level tournament play, players will take anywhere from 45 seconds to 2 minutes to shoot a shot that they can make 99 out of 100 times. But they might have to position that cue ball in a specific place.
690-931. 690-931 for the last chalk holder.
And
I know I got 6'3".
in Mike's case, on that 5 ball, that 8 ball was right in front of a pocket. He didn't really have to do any work as far as shaping, but it is my recommendation to lower skill level players and any other player that finds himself struggling on the money ball or the key ball to imagine that they're shaping a ball. And sometimes that takes the tension off of trying to make the ball because you've already got it in your mind that you're going to make the ball. It's about getting that cue ball somewhere.
690-932 for the claw. 690-932 for the claw.
At least that's what an old shooter told me, at least. They get the 690 because
690-932. Hey, all right. It's the three-finger claw. Where is it? We hear that every time, Ramin. Doesn't amaze me. All right, here we go for the second three-finger claw.
All right, we got Doug up to bat here.
077.
They're playing solids. It's going to jack up. Wow, dead center. Thread that needle.
077.
There's another analogy for you when you're down on the shot. You try to thread the needle.
Kimmy just got a second one. She got the claw. And before I go any farther,
Oh, nice try.
for putting $150 into this fund. So expect him to get about 1 out of every 4 or 5 prizes. He's about due. Derek, all right, he's got it in the water. Don't pull another ticket. He's already got a claw. He's paying it forward to the next.
Hey, so all you
All right, here we go.
beautiful people on stream, are any of you in Southern California
860.
interested in setting up some sheep sets?
Don't pull a ticket.
Oh wow, look at that cut. That was beautiful. Great speed, and he tied up that 4-ball. Now, of course, the 13's tied up too, but that gives him a bit of an anchor to stay in the rack in case Doug and Angie catch a gear and start running balls.
All right. Zach gets it. All right. I think Zach just put that ticket in the bucket. I think we should get Will to join the ticket.
So we got Mike here shooting
Put
stripes.
this ticket in the bucket and get another ticket.
I think I would take this opportunity. Oh, that was a good breakout. But really, I think I would have rather broke open the 10 ball and left that duck there for good measure.
227-691.
After this 10 ball is pocketed, they'll be relying on the grace of the pool gods for the cue ball to get back onto the 9.
227-691.
Something to be conscious of when you're playing 8 ball.
691 227. Going twice. Yeah, Dustin gets a 3-finger claw. But
Tanny Coed, I'm trying to think of who you might be.
all right, now here's the
Tuesday, I will be at Great Shots on Tuesday for their Christmas tournament. Here we go, Mike's playing the bank here.
169 169 691.
A great speed. That's all right, that 9 ball's out in the open.
One more. That's it. Oh, look at this. Our first winner. Yep. Aaron gets the first 5-finger claw. There's the first of his prizes.
All right, so Doug and Angie have a little bit of relief as long as that 4 and a 13 are in close proximity. A great defensive shot by Doug.
This is the second 5-finger
Perfect.
claw. Marianne is a 10.
His
Claw.
Captain Hook. It's not quite a Mr. Freeze, it's a Captain Hook.
959 for the last claw.
Oh, hey, Sean, I thought it was you.
Oh, Paul's going to pay it forward. He's already got one.
Paulie, I already played, unfortunately.
Sean?
Yeah, Sean Summerhill. Paulie Altos, me and
What's up,
Derek
Sean?
Schaefer played. Steve Dittmar is here at the second microphone right now.
San Diego players.
He says, "What's up, Sean?"
691-267 for the last 5-finger claw. 691.
Yeah, Paul, I played with
And these
Derek
raffle
Schaefer.
tickets are way off. I got 6-3
Oh my
one. Next
gosh,
one's
this guy
6-9
talking
one. I
over
don't know
me,
what's going on
killing
with
me.
Hey, Tim already got a 5-finger claw for his.
Yeah, 6-9 one. I got 6-3 one. They sold that many tickets?
Yeah. $150 worth of tickets were sold. So.
150 tickets. That's
There you go, sir.
6-3 one, 6-9 one. That's like 600.
There we go.
Yes, I am actually a genius. Oh, ball in hand. They give up the ball in hand here.
Let's see what we got. Let's just,
The table is wide open, just 5 balls.
all right,
Now
here we
Angie
go.
has ball in hand.
3-1.
Let's see here.
For Poolaholic.
My recommendation would be
Bud Light shirt.
to play the 1 ball first.
Give it away for Christmas.
Well, let's see. That 8 ball is in a tricky spot here. Chances, this is a very low probability table run.
Give it away for Christmas.
Yeah, you'd have to get on the underside of the 8 ball.
Because Mike looked at her.
Great speed, great speed.
Merry Christmas, Mike. Thanks, buddy.
Nah.
All right, we have our next.
I think my remedy to the 13 would be to play the 5 ball into the rail and to lock up the 13.
686 for the large.
See, that was a bad choice because now he leaves his lower skill leveled player to pick up the pieces.
Ooh, Timmy gets one on the right side too. 631, 868, 686. There we go. We'll make sure.
There is a limit on the ranking, so depending on your skill level, which would be between 2 and 7 in Tap League, the team handicap must be 10 points, maximum of 10 points. So 2 5s can play together, but a 5-6 cannot play together.
The rider would be here, but he's out playing some other league. It's a medium.
Yeah, we lost. I sold out.
668, 631, 668 for Poolaholic.
So no, the teams were not random. Most of these teams were actually composed long before this tournament started. But you get a lot of people that are stragglers, you know, they didn't get the memo about the tournament, and they just show up on Saturday, hang out with everybody.
Got one for his wife. There you go. Or his kid.
It's cool to see teams that are composed of stragglers, guys that didn't set up their team ahead of time, and then to see them actually compete well. You'd be surprised how much chemistry you might have with a player.
And here's the
I think me and my teammate, we flow pretty well together, but we just weren't strong enough today. Oh, look at this speed. Nice and easy. Now Mike's got to float this right up to the corner pocket. Now this ball speed, I would play it with follow. And I would be more concerned with my cue ball than my 8 ball here.
Oh, we haven't given out the gloves yet. Let's give out 3 billiard gloves.
Oh, great speed, great shot, great out. This match is over.
631-554. 631-554 for a billiard glove. Wow. Ramin over here. I got my peanut gallery for the raffle. Hilton. 631-554. Dig deep for those tickets. They've been mixed up. Like I said, I've been tossing salad all day. 631-554. Hey, Jim Crawford. Jim, it's an XL. If it doesn't fit you, I think it will. You can change it.
Record button's the one with the green light, right? It's the one with the green light, right? The go button? Yeah.
Either one. He doesn't have his glasses.
No. Sorry. Oh, sorry.